Hello, hello, you can check Portal Games, and today I'm talking about the amazing charity auction that is happening in Poland. So the story begins a few years ago. There was a girl, her name is Anya, her nickname was Squirrel. I'm talking about a nickname because she was a geek. She was a part of our fandom, she was a part of our geek family, and she was diagnosed with cancer. And she needed money for the treatment. Obviously, these treatments are very, very expensive. And the situation was very, very difficult. And her husband, Chris, a long-time fan of Portal Games, he was playing with us and play testing Hiroshima Tactics years ago, and he was with our company for years. He started a Facebook group that was called in Polish Drużyna Wsparcia Wiewióry. In English that was something like Geeks Support Squirrel, and it was a Facebook group, and he said, Squirrel needs your help, we need to gather money, let me help. Geeks from our industry, from our hobby, started putting on an auction all different things that they were able to deliver to help gather money for treatment for Squirrel. And these were amazing things. So there were like old editions of games, there were like unique things that were out of the print already, but there was also fine things like, for instance, I don't have anything to put on auction, but I can run a Call of Cthulhu session for you and your friends, and if you pay for it, pay for the Squirrel. And another guy, I don't have anything to put on the auction, but I can draw, so I will draw the role-playing characters for your team of adventurers. And somebody else, I can do amazing things with painting miniatures, so if you have your army, I will paint it for you and money go to Squirrel. And suddenly the whole geeksphere, the whole hobby, everybody in our amazing family started putting things on the auction. And after a few weeks and months, we gathered money and we helped Squirrel. And then Chris and Squirrel herself decided to not stop this action, but keep it going. And now, years later, this geek support group on Facebook has a few thousand of geeks, and every time we have some new auction, we need some other person who needs money for treatment, for healthcare, for anything, for their health. And once a while we have these super goals, like we need to get 30,000 Polish zloty for this, we need 50,000 Polish zloty for that, and we all start suddenly bidding and auctioning and putting items. And as I said, these items are sometimes actually items, first edition of Hiroshima Hex, first edition of Polish edition of Sectors of Catan, or some super fancy items like Days of Wonders, Small World, this epic edition. And sometimes are just like, I don't have anything to give, but I have the talent, so I'm offering this talent for you, and I will, for instance, do a voiceover for your game session. I will record music for your game session. I will teach you how to play games. People are putting anything they have to help gather money. And this is something that I wanted to share with you, the whole world, because maybe in your country you may be the initiator of something like that and start your own Facebook group and gather all the geeks, all the role-playing gamers and miniature gamers and board gamers, and get them all together and then start gathering money every time for some new thing. And why I'm mentioning this today? Because this Sunday I did a charity auction. I did a 12-hour stream, a live stream for 12 hours. I was here, me and Marek and Multiday, three of us, for 12 hours streaming and auctioning items was again for the charity. And we got our goal, and we managed to get this goal. We managed to get 30,000 Polish zloty, which is around like 8,000 US dollars, and we gathered money for a surgery of the small girl. She's a daughter of one of the, once again, people from our hobby, from our industry, and the mother needed the money for the surgery, and she didn't have this money, and now she has, and we are able to transfer money this week to her, and this little girl will go to the operation. So I'm very proud of me, of my team, and all the geeks, and that all together gathered this huge money, and we are saving this little girl. And the message today is maybe you can start something like that and try to discuss in your country, in your hobby, in your family, geek family. Let's start a group, a Facebook group that geeks gather together to put on auction items and that these items will help save lives. Please do it, please consider that, and this was happening in Poland, and we are very, very proud of what geeks are doing here in Poland. That was me, Jędrzejczyk, and that had nothing to do with Portal Games, nothing to do with Neuroshima, nothing to do with 11 starting today on the Game Founder. It was just geeks being amazing, amazing people. Thank you for watching, see you tomorrow.